Hey, it's Sharon Sheldon here from Content Sparks, and it is currently Thursday, which is day 7 in our anniversary sale. So I hope you're doing well today, doing something healthy, doing something productive, getting some fresh air. It's actually sunny here in New Jersey again. Thank goodness, which means I can get outside and go for a walk, which is about all we do. And I just keep working on my business. So I hope you're doing that as well and staying positive. And before I go into what today's topics are in our anniversary sale, which is all around using social media for building your audience and also for professional networking. So there's two different things going on, a main spotlight and the add-on, suggested add-on. But I just wanted to go through a couple things that I heard yesterday and that we discussed as well. Because every day I've been hearing different things from our customers, from our audience, challenges they're facing, things they're doing, tips they're sharing. And the main thing from yesterday was in terms of the feeling out of control and the uncertainty is you need to take control of what you can, and that means really looking at your business and working on that, and also what skills you have that you can help others with. So I was talking about this with someone yesterday that it's almost like there's a lot of noise there. Everyone's competing now over how much they can help other people. So you're going to see a lot of live streams and town halls and sessions like this and freebies sent out and guides sent out. And now it's a question of, okay, not which product to buy, but whose guide should I look at? Whose live stream should I watch? Who's got the best information? And you want to be out there helping your audience so that you're providing value now and building that relationship. So it's a prime opportunity to be helping people, but there's also a lot of competition to be helping people. So what I recommend is that you, again, look at your skills, look at where your experience is, where you can help best, and just focus on your particular audience. This is where it's important to really define your audience and their needs. So in our case, it's around online courses, using our brandable, ready-to-teach courses to get something up very, very quickly, like in a day or in a weekend. So that's our strength there. And that brings me to another question that one of our customers asked yesterday, which was, should she lower her prices for her courses right now, since people are going through some difficult economic times? And I would say that most companies, most people do have a drop in sales right now. Clients putting things on hold, but also new clients coming in. So don't assume that because things are tough that people aren't going to buy anything or aren't going to buy your courses. But what we talked about in our customer group were a couple different approaches. One person said that they like to use a pay what you can afford price. So just keeping it open. Now that's fine if it's something that doesn't really involve a trading of time, unless you know you have enough other clients who are paying more who can cover that. So that works maybe with a digital product, I think, best. But with any kind of pricing like that, you need to run your numbers and see what you can afford as well, because you need to keep your cash coming in and covering your bills so that you can stay in business and you can be serving people. So that's one model. One person said that they do scaled pricing. So it's kind of like the pay what you can afford, but she just scales it based on smaller businesses and larger businesses, who has the deeper pockets. That's consulting. Another model that I like is where you do different types of options that are affordable and then have the upsells where you give more personal attention. So you can take your course where it's all recorded and it's, say, video based, and make that a much more affordable price, a lower price, and run that on a sale, and then have add-ons for either group coaching, where you have a Facebook group or another group and run live sessions there that add a lot more value and you have more interaction. And you can also do an upsell with some one-to-one coaching. So have a limited number of slots for people that do want and can't afford to pay the extra and want that personal attention. So you can do all three. You can do a combination of two. Depends on your skills and what you can fit in. So I definitely like that model best. The other model I've seen is having that, so you can have those choices like the affordable and the upsells, and then you can offer a scholarship. So some sort of thing where people submit why they want that course, why that topic, what they plan to do, how those skills are going to make a difference, and then you pick a certain number of people who get it for free. So then you're also giving back with that model. So that's all I'm going to say on that today. I want to jump in. I know you want to hear about the two topics today and get a little overview of those. I'll just give you a sneak peek into each one. And I will just share my screen for you for that. This is the main anniversary sale page. You'll see we're already on day 7, so there actually are not that many days left, and there are quite a few in here. So you should look at what's already on sale and what we have coming up so that you can decide what your audience needs most and what you can use to build a whole series, a whole training series, and a whole business going during the next year so that you have a whole online course business. So day 1 was the overwhelm one, helping people with overwhelm. Came with a Trello board, the laser focus. We had the business growth plan one, so you can help people figure out what they need to move forward, what they need to do. Comfort zone, helping with the change mindset. We had building your unique personal brand, building a community, content management. So looking at what you want to be known for and how to use your content best, creating visual content. Fast and fearless information products was creating information products using content you already have. Customer onboarding. Yesterday was all sales funnels. So building a specific sales funnel that is automated right now for something. And also the customer lifecycle marketing model, which is the holistic view where you are covering your whole business and keeping customers. So it's attract, motivate, delight, and always engaging. And I love that one. And that's a good big picture one that can encompass a lot of other courses as well, where you dive deeper. So today, build your audience using social media is the main spotlight. And there's an awesome bonus for that. That is simple social media tactics to grow an audience of your ideal customers. And then the add-on for that is called using social media for networking. So this is building your professional network. So one is around building an audience of your ideal customers. The other is around professional networking and connecting with influencers on social media. So they are different. And I'll give you a peek at the build your audience using social media first. This is the sales page. I don't really need to go through the sales page with you, I think, because you can look at it yourself. But the main modules are where you're getting ready to grow your audience. So you help people make sure, sort of do an assessment of their current assets that they have and what's set up, make sure they have everything set up, including making sure they can build their email list from social media. So while this doesn't cover email list building in here, it does have points where it talks about sending people from social media to your email list, because ultimately you don't want to just have them on social media. You want to get them onto your email list too, where you can talk directly to them. And this is a mistake I think a lot of people make when they're using social media, is relying too much on just interacting with people on social media. You do want to get those people onto your email list. You don't own those social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, they have Instagram, they own those, and they can boot you at any time. And you're really at the mercy of their algorithms and what shows up in people's feeds. So while the Build Your Audience Using Social Media course talks about all the tactics, you also always want to have some opt-in in there, some place where people can go visit your blog and go get a content upgrade and go and subscribe to your email list and get your freebie. So make sure that you're doing that and that you're teaching people to do that. So it'll talk about getting to know your audience, so you know what they want, where to attract them, at using the social media to build your list, engaging with them. So it's all about engaging, building your audience before you try to sell anything, and then optimizing your audience growth. So you'll see all sorts of screenshots on there. I don't need to go through that with you now. Let's see what I've got open already as a peek. So this is the module overview. This is just one of the graphics in there that gives you the big picture. I don't think we need to go through that. I can also show you, there's a checklist in here, a little something extra than what we normally have. This is what people use to just do an assessment of what they currently have. So what lead magnet, where people can opt in, their Facebook URL, groups you're a member of, groups you're on. So this is just an overview checklist that people do to see where they are, and they can keep updating. They also have that action guide, which I can also show you, but let me show you the cheat sheet. So this is an outline, and there is a video on the main sales page where I give a peek into everything, but you'll see that this is a nice thing to have where it's just 2 or 3 pages or so on each module that has the high level view. And in here, I think, is the model. Here, the 3 steps to simplify things that you'll go through in this course is step 1 is know your audience. So researching the audience, competition, which platforms you're going to focus on. Step 2 is attracting your ideal customers using platform-specific tactics, doing guest interviews and posts, moving people from follower to subscriber. I know it's hard to read this, but I just want to give you that overview. And then engage and nurture relationships is the 3rd one, where you're engaging, you're using different tactics again, planning your content, maybe doing a group challenge to really engage. And then you'll be moving into promoting your content. So that's just a quick look at the cheat sheet in there. And let me just show you the bonus as well, because you really like this. So the bonus, if you get that Blaze package, just to remind you, with our courses like this, some of them, you get an option to get the full package of student, instructor, and lead generation materials, or you can just buy the student ones, which is just the text-based stuff. Or you can just buy the lead generation. So not the main course, but just stuff to build your list around that topic. Only the big package, the Blaze, comes with the instructor materials. And that's the slideshow and some course follow-up emails and stuff like that. And it's the Blaze package that comes with this bonus that I'm going to show you. So the bonus here is 365 days of social media content inspiration. So you see what we've done is for every day of the year, there's a theme that you can use to inspire you for your content, whether it's images or emails or blog posts. I know it says social media content, but it can inspire you for live streams, things like that. So this is a big document. You'll see here it's branded with our brand, so you have an example of something branded where you can just put your own stuff in. But we also do it in an unformatted version, which is even easier to add your branding to. So you can put this into, you could even put this into Canva onto pages and make pretty borders, stuff like that, to make it pretty for your own branding and look. So that is the bonus I wanted to show you there. And now let me show you the using social media for networking. So as I mentioned, there's the main spotlight that comes with the bonus. Then there's this add-on that we suggested too. The using social media for networking, as I said, it's around professional networking. So identifying your social media networking goals, setting up your social profiles. Some of this stuff you could also pull out and use in conjunction just sections. So the section on setting up your profiles, because there's a lot of things that need to be in both courses. And that's why I think they work really well together. And you don't even have to do them. It doesn't matter whether you do one first or the other first. You're going to have to decide again based on your audience's needs. So if right now they will benefit most from doing some professional networking and looking for referrals and stuff, if that's the type of business they're in, then I would start with that course, the using social media for networking. And then the building your audience will be for a bigger audience, obviously. And it could actually work well also with our building a community around your brand. So you want to build an audience and maybe drive them to your community. So you can see how lots of different courses in our sale and in the rest of our library work well together. So just going back to the social media for networking one, you'll see networking tactics, start networking the right way. This is all on the sales page, so you can see this there. And let me show you a couple things in here just to highlight. So social media for networking, there's the student materials, so action guide, course book, all that fun stuff. There's a nice, let's see if I have this open here. There's this people to connect with. So we give you an Excel spreadsheet to track people on social media and ways to connect with them. So you can keep track of that and keep track of when you've connected with them, their details, stuff like that. That's versus having, say, a CRM if you don't have a CRM. Other thing I want to show you in here is, let me show you the other stuff. There's a course book, cheat sheet. What else is in here? There's a slideshow. So this one, a lot of our Beacon things do not come with a slideshow. Some do, some don't. So like in our bigger packages, in our bigger Blaze packages where it's student, instructor, and lead gen, and there's that Beacon, Blaze, Flash, all that stuff, the Beacon level one does not have the slides. But we do have some courses like this using social media for networking that are mid-level Beacon and have slides. So this is one of those. So it does come with the slideshow, and you can use this to run, webinars or live streams, break it up, create videos, all that sort of stuff. So I definitely ask us any questions on that. Here, I should make sure that I show you the URL of this page. That would be helpful. Anniversary 2020, contentsparks.com. There was one other thing I was going to show you, and it had to do with the build your audience using social media. So I said there's student, instructor, and lead gen. And one thing you can do with a lot of our lead generation materials or any slideshows is they often come with an opt-in report that's also in a cheat sheet, but also in a slideshow version. And I'm going to open that one up for you because I want to show you how this can also be used to run a webinar or a live stream. So there's 41 slides in this particular one. You would brand it, maybe add background images, or just a theme, color, whatever makes it look like yours. Add maybe a bio slide, introduction, and of course at the end add some sort of call to action, whether it's to your sales page or to a strategy call or something like that. So you can see that the slides are there with all the text, and you can just run it however you want, video or live. There's next steps in each one. Again, this one is the one on build your audience using social media. So I suggest with any of ours that have slides, you look at the slideshow itself to see how you could use that for lead generation and building relationships right now. So for instance, in the bigger one today, the build your audience using social media, you could use that slideshow I just showed you from the lead generation materials and run a live stream like this, or run a webinar. If you want to do them as short little live streams, you could do it as a series, because I think there's 5 points in there. Let's take a look. It goes through kind of a high level from the course. So there's developing an audience growth mindset. There's keep your audience goal front and center, and next steps on each one. Know where to find your audience and a little bit on each platform. Show up every day and interact. Always have a call to action. So there are 5 different things. So you could break that up and do a quick little live stream each day, kind of like I'm doing now, but shorter because I've already been talking for a while, longer than I thought. But also, if you have an audience and you tell them in advance, like we do with some of our live streams, more people are going to show up and want to interact. So you could just have a few slides and use them as talking points for that live stream, and make sure you send people to your email list. So if they're just in your community, have a link there for some sort of opt-in, or you could even use, say, the cheat sheet that we give you, brand it, and make that into the opt-in. So if you're doing live streams, you brand that cheat sheet and say, okay, hey, hang on, wait to the end, and I'm going to give you a link where you can download a summary of what I've just been talking about, so that you don't have to take notes or don't have to watch the whole thing. And you just have that link, kind of like what I'm doing here with this banner at the bottom. You can set that up. I'm using StreamYard to do this, and StreamYard has a free plan with the banners. I happen to have a paid plan where I can do this simulcast, where I'm both on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live at the same time. And then I go share it from the page to a couple of the different groups. So to my customer group and my free online course challenge community. So I have a couple groups that I do that with. So think about doing that. Think about using the slides that way. In any of our courses, even in the ones like the social media for networking, you could pull out one portion and use that for audience building stuff. So say take the first module, the second module, and do that, and then send people a link to where they can learn more and get them onto your email list. So that's it for today. You have the link here below, contentsparks.com/anniversary2020. Tomorrow morning, we will be doing a longer Facebook Live. I'll be doing that with Sarah Arrow again. We've been doing a couple of those, and Sarah and I banter back and forth with different ideas. So if you have questions, come on live tomorrow. It's 10 a.m. Eastern time. So I know that's early for West Coast people, late for others. So we've been doing different times. Definitely come on. If you're on our Facebook page or group or the YouTube, you can just get a reminder for that you should see it in our listings. So that's all for now. Stay safe, stay positive, stay focused on helping people now and on growing your business in the future and helping others. And let me know if you have any questions at all. Take care.